it's okay. Criticism is welcome. Hey tube, it's me, Chauny. Sitting out here on my porch in my rocker in a more relaxed position. Nobody's out here, just me, myself, and I. But again, I was trying to share about fasting. Yeah, it's really a peaceful time for you and time for you to reflect and to figure out what you really want to do with your life and to evaluate what you've done so far, to think about mistakes, how you can better yourself. It's such a really, really peaceful time. One of the things that I love about fasting is the fact that you can find solitude and time to reflect on things in your life, you know? I want to ask you guys a question. Some people, say that I'm self centered, um, or self absorbed, whatever. But, I like to think that those are worldly terms because, from what I understand, we should be really working on ourselves and trying to better ourselves. And I always thought it was really stupid of people to be so busy in someone else's affairs, that they don't have time to think about their own life and what's going on with them. And so if you're so focused on other people, like in your neighbor's business, like, then how do you have the time to really focus on or reflect on yourself and your own life and, your mistakes, things that you want to improve within yourself? So I don't call it being self centered. I'm just ever learning and always trying to improve. That's the way I see myself, as a person who seeks to improve herself. And that is what my life is all about. Like, I don't have time to figure out what the neighbors are doing or any of that. And, or on the job, like, people wanted to know what was going on with me, but I just don't comprehend how, if you have, a family, children, husband, or even some of what some of the family dynamics of what I just named, sisters, brothers, mom, dad, how can you have these other responsibilities and still find the time to be involved in other people's affairs? Now, what I've witnessed happening throughout the years is that, when you don't act like you got something to attend to in your own house, then God will give you something to attend to. He'll stir things up so that you can um, leave other folks alone, because we should be attentive to our children. I mean, even when they're older, they're teenagers and in their 20s. I found out they still need you, the world likes to teach us that at 18 they don't need us. Even in high school, they're trying to tell us kids don't need us. But our kids need us, man. I mean, there's so much for us to be doing. That's why, for me, it's easier to share through my writing and through the internet, because I have a family that needs so much from me. Um, and apart from, close friends, like, I am kept busy by dealing with my family, honestly, very busy. So Yeah. So my question to you all is, don't you think that there's a difference between being self-absorbed or self-centered, and being the person that just seeks to improve his or herself? Like, what do people mean when they say that? Like, I'm just focused, I believe, anyway. So if I seem really self-absorbed, I would be more than happy to hear from others who think, if you think I'm self-absorbed, it's okay. Criticism is welcome. I mean, it's I believe you all are, most of the people who follow me anyway, um, pretty much like me. So I don't think that you would just say something to hurt my feelings, and it can't hurt my feelings because again, I'm just seeking to improve myself. But yeah, that's why, when I get involved with other people, and if the situation is too complicated of a friendship for me or something, I have to pull out because I don't want to neglect my kids. I don't want to neglect the friends that I already have. He who has friends must show himself friendly. How can I show myself friendly if I'm so busy trying to make 1,000 friends? Okay, let's lower the number. I'm so busy trying to keep 10 or 12 friends that I don't really attend to, the 3 or 4 friends that I already have. You know what I'm saying? People need attention. People need love. They need to know that you care. And so I know my limit. I know what I can handle. I know that I get to a point where I feel overwhelmed if I have too much work before me. And just like on any job, you know what? Look at your family and your life as work. There are things that you need to work on in your relationships with different family members. So, are you adding too many friends to your life? And then you turn around, you don't have enough time for your husband, your children, the friends that you've had for many years already, your mom, your dad, your sisters and brothers. You know what I'm saying? I get overwhelmed, and that's just it for me. If I have too much going on. And so one of the things for me is that I don't like to make commitments and then I can't keep them. It's very rude. Hope you guys can hear me over the motorcycle, but it's very rude to make promises and then you can't keep them. It's not cool. So I don't know what you guys think about that, but um, I'd love to hear your opinion. I just think that if you have a bunch of friends, I mean, you're accountable to God to be good friends to them. I think that's what the scripture, he who has friends must show himself friendly, means. And yeah, sometimes like my life is so busy that I get really drained and tired just from having interactions with other people. So I know what I can do. You need to know your limits. Yeah, people's like alcohol for me. I can't have too much, man. I be tipsy. No, I'm not tipsy, but I be tired. I'm telling you, I can get mentally tired before I can get physically tired. I can beat this old body of mine up for a long time before I can, give up. But mental, I can't do too much, and I know myself. So that's that. And yeah, I'll be back with another video right after these messages.